In the heart of Sumatra, where lush forests whisper secrets of ancient times, there lived a majestic creature, a tiger of the smallest kind. His name was Taji, which means crown, in the language of the jungle. Taji was no ordinary tiger. He was a Sumatran tiger, one of the rarest and most precious creatures in the world. Taji was born in a hidden corner of the forest where sunlight danced through the leaves and the river sang melodies of life. From the moment he opened his eyes, Taji knew he was destined for greatness. His orange and black stripes shimmered in the dappled light, and his emerald eyes held the wisdom of generations past. As Taji grew, so did the challenges that faced him and his kind. The forests that had been his home for centuries were disappearing, swallowed up by fields of green, where humans grew their crops. The animals that once roamed freely were now forced to compete for space, and Taji's family was no exception. One day, as Taji prowled through the trees in search of food, he stumbled upon a group of humans. They carried strange weapons and wore clothes made of brightly colored fabric. Taji knew they were not like the villagers he had seen from afar. These humans were hunters, and they meant danger. With a roar that shook the earth, Taji leaped into action, defending his territory with all his might. But despite his bravery, the hunters were relentless. They set traps and snares, hoping to catch Taji and sell his fur and bones for profit. As the days passed, Taji grew weary. He longed for the peace and tranquility of his forest home. But everywhere he turned, he saw signs of destruction. Trees were felled, rivers polluted, and animals hunted to the brink of extinction. But just when all hope seemed lost, help arrived in the form of a group of conservationists. They were humans too, but unlike the hunters, they sought to protect rather than destroy. With their guidance, Taji and his fellow tigers began to reclaim their territory, one paw print at a time. Together, they fought against poachers and illegal loggers, driving them away with fierce determination. They planted trees and restored habitats, creating safe havens for all creatures, great and small. And most importantly, they worked with the local communities, teaching them to live in harmony with nature rather than against it. As the years went by, Taji watched with pride as his forest home flourished once more. The trees grew tall and strong, their branches reaching towards the sky like fingers intertwined in a dance of life. The rivers ran clear and pure, teeming with fish and other aquatic wonders, and the animals that had once been on the brink of extinction now thrived, their populations rebounding with each passing season. But perhaps the greatest joy of all was seeing the smiles on the faces of the children who came to visit the forest. They marveled at the beauty of nature, their eyes wide with wonder as they listened to tales of Taji and his adventures. And as they grew older, they became the guardians of the forest, carrying on the legacy of conservation for generations to come. And so the story of Taji the Sumatran tiger became a legend, whispered among the trees and passed down from parent to child like a precious treasure. For in the end, it was not just the survival of one small tiger that mattered, but the survival of an entire ecosystem, a delicate balance of life and love, woven together by the threads of hope and determination.